Welcome back to our podcast from Florida Costume Merch, the show where we try to educate and maybe sometime break some interesting news that pertains to our industry and how sometimes items in our industry are used for the wrong reasons. And today we're talking about branding, of course, and not just the kind of branding that builds reputation. We're talking about a case where branding actually may have backfired in a very big way. According to Joe Rogan, USAID, a government agency that distributes international aid, spent $27 million on taxpayers' money on bags for immigrants, illegal immigrants. Where's the kicker? They weren't just ordinary bags, regular bags. They actually took the time, spend the money to make sure those bags were actually branded and spend even more money. Why? Well, what's the purpose of branding those bags? Why does it really matter whether or not they had their brand on them? Well, let's see. Let's start with the basics. USAID, which is responsible for distributing humanitarian aid, reportedly provided bags to illegal immigrants. That alone is controversial. But what made this situation even more bizarre is that they, again, spend the money to brand them. Now let's pause for a second, because branding is usually a good thing. Business use it to get noticed, to be remembered. Organizations use it to build trust. Even government uses branding to identify official materials. But here's the big question. Why did they have to actually spend the extra money? So far, there's no clear explanation. Nothing's been provided as far as the amount spent or why they spent that extra money. Why did they need to carry that message, particularly on those bags, to promote some kind of an initiative? Was it just another example of just spending without thinking? Let's talk about branding in general. Promotional products, whether they are t-shirts, pants, tote bags, they're used to spread awareness. They used to spread branding. They used to spread a company's brand. They need to be used strategically, as we often said. Otherwise, you risk looking tone deaf and wasteful. Tone deaf, why? Because if you don't use them strategically, you're just branding for the sake of your own feel-good feelings. In this case, it seems like USAID attempt at branding may have completely backfired. Instead of building trust, the fact that they branded the bags actually raised more questions. Why was $27 million spent on the bags? Why were they branded? Well, just plain would have been probably just fine. And who approved this? Was it really all necessary? This is why branding must be done right. A well-placed logo can be a symbol of credibility, but in the wrong context, it becomes a symbol of wasteful spending. We've spoken about that quite a bit. We actually are speaking to another company, and we talk about the value of promotional products, and we feel that between 60 to 70% of promotional products should never be used at all. And then the rest of them should be used strategically. The ones that are really making the most impacts are going to be your drinkware, bags, and wearables, garments. Everything else has to be very, very specific to what you'll be using it for. For example, if you look at mitts, oven mitts, you don't want to give them out the wrong time to the wrong people. If you're going to print on squishy balls, stress relievers, very often they're not worth it. The print doesn't last. The print is too small. Anyway, yeah, keep going with that. Anyway, let's go back and just zoom out a little bit on this event. This is not just about the bags. It's about the government. How they spend the money. Is there any accountability? If $27 million was spent on branded bags, what else is being funded? What with our hard-earned money? Things we don't know about. And if this kind of spending is happening without oversight, what else is flying under the radar? Right now, Americans are dealing with inflation, rising costs, economic uncertainty. So when we hear that millions of their hard-earned money, the tax dollars we give out to the government are going towards branded bags for illegal immigrants without any clear reason, it's understandable why, all of us get frustrated. At the end of the day, branding should build trust, not destroy it. When it comes to government spending, transparency is everything. So what are your thoughts? Was this simple oversight, or a case of government waste? Should taxpayer money be used for branded merchandise in situations like this one, on branded items? Let me know your thoughts. Reach out on social media, drop a comment. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share the episode. Thanks for tuning in to our podcast, our video. This is Philippe, Florida Costume Merch. See you next time. Number here, you need to reach us is 386-400-2666. Thank you.